Thank you for tuning in to the Shakaama Live Show and your host, Shakaama. Recently in the media, fathers, specifically fathers, not men, fathers, have been completely under attack. The worst of the cases, black fathers. Oh, you hear all of these false stats. I'm not going to repeat them. I have disproven those stats in many other videos. I welcome you to go look through my videos, which of course is what I would want to do, and for you to hear the real stats. So what about fathers? I'm presenting to you child and father, the drastic importance. A study came out saying that children like being around fathers more than mothers. When children approach fathers, he is 90% of the time roughhousing and plays with them. Mother, on the other hand, changes diapers, feeds, bathes child, which is pretty boring. While breastfeeding is found to raise a child's IQ from 5 to 15 IQ points, the longer it is done, simply playing with father, being around father, and living in a house with a stable biological father and mother does the following. Lowers cancer risk, drastically lowers premarital sex, dramatically slows down puberty in girls, and speeds up puberty in boys. Nearly eradicates sudden infant death syndrome, dramatically reduces chances of being molested, dramatically reduces chances of getting raped, dramatically reduces chances of child abuse, dramatically increases chances of getting straight A's, and so on, and more positive aspects of living with father go on almost indefinitely. Ironically, other than breastfeeding, there was not found any of this positive correlation with living with mother. Ironically, although women are perceived to be more nurturing and fathers to be more rough with daughter and son, the stark contrast was not found to be in any way, shape, or form for one to be less needed than the other. Children need rough play, even more than nurturing. After breastfeeding is over at 24 months, much of the nurturing ascribed to mother is over. But the rough play of father only increases as daughter and son age. In fact, father is even more important at early adulthood, where mother completely takes on an invisible role. Nearly none of any of this is found in a non-biological father. For those who don't understand what a non-biological father is, that is the stepdad. The stepfather does nothing for the child. In fact, abuse goes up, molestation goes up, rape goes up. The closest thing to a biological father and these positive findings is if the child has older biological brothers. The more, the merrier. The older brothers take on the role of father unless they belong to a single mother, where then rape, molestation, again increases. So, father and mother together, biological father and mother together, is the best. Big brothers with separated father is second. Separated father with full custody is third. All other instances are bad. Big brothers to a single mom, bad. Remarried to a new husband, worse. Single mother is the worst of them all. Abuse skyrockets. Molestation skyrockets. Rape skyrockets. Even doing something so simple as having biological father, biological mother, and sitting down to eat dinner on a daily basis raises everything. Straight A's, high IQ, everything. Do you want to know why there's an attack on black fathers? They don't want this, the powers that be. They don't want biological black father, biological black mother sitting around the dinner table discussing their day with daughter and son. Now, about the rape, let me explain that. Let's say father, mother, daughter, son all eat dinner every night, sit around the table, and discuss things. Little Johnny is invited over. Little Johnny is a would-be rapist. Little Johnny sees biological father as a potential threat should he try anything on daughter. Older friend of son sees biological father as a potential threat to his would-be machinations of molesting son. These are realities. Just being a biological father in the house stops rape, stops molestation. Why is that? Because the whole method and sociology and the culture of mother and father being in the house together shifts the entire paradigm of how a child is raised. These women, 70% of divorces are started by women. These women are so selfish. I've said it before. Unless your husband has murdered somebody and has threatened the family, you should never get a divorce. Never. I don't believe in divorces. Do you hear what I'm telling you about father and son, father and daughter? Just being present changes the paradigm of how the child grows up, how the child is protected just by his presence. A would-be rapist, and what do they say? It's normally somebody you know, says, no, I'm not going to rape that kid because they have a father. You have been misled to think that marriage is terrible. Getting married is terrible. Oh, I need to be a strong black idiot woman. I'm single and independent. Meanwhile, your children, if they're not dead, in the crib. In the crib. Do you hear me? In the crib. Oh, they say all of that stops if you are married before you get pregnant. I'm talking about day one pregnancy. I'm not talking about 9-month pregnancy. I'm talking about day one pregnancy. All of that stops if you are married before you get pregnant. Even the women who are pregnant during the wedding ceremony have a much rougher time. Their children have a much rougher time than those who are married before the wife gets pregnant. Much rougher time. Why is this? You can be as sophisticated as you want. You can have all the degrees that you want. You can have all the money that you want. But nature says to your little unborn child, you don't have a father. You should have stress. Oh, do you feel that? That's mom with stress. That's mom with stress, although she's telling herself that she's a strong black woman who don't need no man. Infant death syndrome. Dead. You're dead. But wait, my child didn't die in the crib. Oh, don't worry. We're going to give her so many opportunities. She's going to be dead well before Tabitha next door, who their parents were actually married before the mother got pregnant. Rape, molestation, early puberty. Early puberty translates into nature telling the child's body, you don't have long to live. You need to get hopping with this birthing a baby. So we're going to get that puberty coming right now. You don't have a protector. Mother Nature says that through the body of the little girl. You have a stressful life. You don't have a father. We need to get that puberty going right now so you can have children right now because you're about to be dead tomorrow. Let's get that puberty happening. 9 years old, finished with puberty. And do you know what else early puberty brings with it? Cancer and death. Breast development, early breast development brings on cancer, and death. Because nature says you don't have a father. I'm a strong black woman. You're a strong idiot. You're not strong. You're a woman. You're a female. Until such time as you can take a punch from Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, you're not a strong anything. Lo and behold, tiny men can actually take punches from those heavyweight boxers. Tiny men. Because men are built completely different on a whole different scale. You're not a strong anything, and nobody wants a strong anything. That's probably why you're single. Tough love here. That's probably why you're single. Because you walk around with a chip on your shoulder saying you're a strong black woman, which actually translates to you're a man, and nobody wants to marry a man. I don't care how tiny they are. No man wants to marry another man unless they're these other people. Early breast development, cancer. But wait, in a boy, it's late breast development because nature says you have a stressful life. Oh, I see that you actually survived crib death. Okay, we have something else in store for you. You're not going to have puberty until you're 20. Your mom doesn't have a husband. Your mom left your father. You don't have a father. You need to die, and you don't need to pass on any of your genes. So we're going to make you not be able to reproduce until the cows come home. Puberty at 20. And do you know what that means? That means little black boy who hasn't had puberty because he doesn't have a father and is living a stressful life. Is stress. Now you got heart disease. Now you got high blood pressure and you're dead. Oh, nature accomplished it. Nature killed off black men because he doesn't have a father. Because nature says men should not reproduce who are inferior. All because mom and dad couldn't get together. Because nature doesn't care about this whole marriage stuff. Nature only cares that biological father, biological mother, check. We're good to go. That's what nature cares about. All of these difficulties people are having. Oh, he did this. Oh, he doesn't talk to me. Oh, he's never here. He's out making $100,000 a year and buying you a house while you're sitting on that satin friggin' couch weighing 300 pounds because you have everything to eat because he provides for you. You don't count your blessings. You need to get married. I told you 70% of the divorces are started by women, not men. I guarantee you 60% of those are for no reason, just selfishness. Oh, he's definitely cheating on me. I saw some girl named Tabitha on his phone, but isn't his grandmother's name Tabitha? She's not the only Tabitha in the world. There's probably some bimbo named Tabitha that he just met. That doesn't make sense. His grandmother's actually named Tabitha. Psh, and he calls her every week. And you actually speak to her. It's some other woman, I'm sure of it. The feminists have done a mighty fine job on you. Now, the reason I single out black people is because black people fall for this crap. Really, you do. You fall for this crap. You are in the worst marriage category. Now, when you do get married, here's the problem. You don't get married. When you do get married, black people actually tend to stick together. I guess it's one of those like come hell or high water, as long as you get the black people to marry, they're going to stick together because it's probably just a different type of black person that actually gets married, right? Not everybody gets married. So now you don't get married. So you run around and have kids out of wedlock. Oh, that's antiquated. Well, nature doesn't think it's that antiquated. Nature kills off your babies. Even if you want them, even if you think, oh, I'm gonna get paid now. This Negro got money. I'm gonna get paid now. You're not paid. Your kid just died in the crib. Miss Selfish, how about you getting paid by being a lady and marrying a man with money? Period. There you go. Stop watching MTV. Stop watching TV, period, and putting stuff in your head that is so disgusting that you don't deserve to live. You don't even care about your own children. I'm telling you, nature cares about your children, and nature will separate your children from you. You won't have this cash cow, right? And even if you got him for 18 years, you know what? He ain't studying you, and you don't have any money. He still made, what, another billion after you left him. You left him. And your friend that's married who said, why are you leaving him that you hate so much now? She's happily married. All of her children are doing well in school, doing well in life. Look at them. They bought her a house just because. They brought mom and dad a maid to come over in their old age to take care of the house cleaning. They bought them a gardener. They send them on vacation every year because mom and dad was good together and good to them. And nature is smiling down saying, yep, they did it right. No killing them off. We want them to flourish. I try my best. I bring you this information because I care. Actually, I don't care. It just sounds really good. You can all die. All of your children can die. Stop claiming to be black. If you're going to be a whore, and that goes for men and women, stop claiming to be black. When they come to interview you on the news and you're an ignorant sounding fool, don't claim to be black. Claim to be Native American. Everybody's Native American. Be like that dumb senator. I'm Native American. Well, I thought I was Native American. Say, hi, I'm Native American. Is this Fox News? Yes, I saw everything. The man ran over the kid, and the other guy came out and shot him in the face. I just had to share that information with you. I'm Native American. Make sure that when they put me on the screen that they said this is a Native American. Why don't you claim that you're a Native American? Stop claiming that you're black, because I won't claim you. I don't know how many signs you need to see. You believe in signs? I don't mean how many signs you need to see. Children dying in the crib. Your daughter's 3 years old and she has breasts. What the hell is going on? Is she an alien? No. You didn't actually settle down with a man. Well, there's no good man. What are you bringing to the table first? That's what you first have to ask. What am I bringing to the table to capture me? Yes. Did you hear me? To capture a good man. And I want you to dwell on that just for a second. What does a good man want? He wants a good woman. Yes, that's what he wants. Are you a good woman? And I don't need you to lie to yourself. I need you to tell yourself the truth. Are you a whore? Do you talk like buckwheat? Do you dress like a crackhead? Do you steal money from guys? Do you try and pick fights with men? Now, is that something that a good man wants? No, I'm a good man and I tell you I don't want that. I would insult you and never, ever allow you in my presence. Ever again. Did you hear me? I said I would not allow you in my presence. I always go with an entourage when I go somewhere. So my entourage would shoo you away. Yes, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. And you wouldn't even have to talk to me. If I perceive that you're less than a lady, I would not come into your presence. I go out a lot and a lot of women stare at me. You know, they give me that look like, oh, well, look here. And I'm all like, your breasts are hanging out. Hey, do you think I want to walk around with some woman whose breasts are hanging out? Is that how she's trying to attract me? Because if you have big breasts, you don't need to have them hang out. That's not what I want. I might enjoy your breasts in the bedroom privately, but I don't want to see them. You can wear a sweater. I can tell you have big breasts. Do you think men are that incapable of telling the difference between an A cup and an H cup? You don't have to present yourself like that. You need to capture a good man by being a good lady. And you need to think about your children first, because as sure as you are breathing, they will not be. Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show.